Hello and welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, I'm Karen.
And I'm Nick. We retired early in our 40s, sold everything, and now we live around the world.
In this video, we're going to share how we met, how we reached financial independence, and why we chose slow travel. So let's get into it. Who are we? We are a married couple from Miami. I worked in healthcare at a local hospital there.
And I worked for fire rescue, so we didn't have super high paying jobs. We don't come from money. We did not inherit any of our wealth.
We came from humble beginnings, and that is definitely something that we shared in common. And together, through our lives, since we met basically, we have developed an adventurous spirit. We just wanted to see and do things together.
How did we meet? Well, we met back in 2001 online, before it was cool, before all the dating apps. I was 21, Karen was 23. We were so young. Even though we came from different backgrounds, we realized pretty quickly that we shared so much in common, and we quickly became inseparable, and we started setting goals together and dreaming about the lives that we could live together.
Right. We also started traveling within the US at that time, and that's really where our love for travel and adventure was born, back in our 20s.
Yeah.
Now, this year, we'll be celebrating 25 years together. And we feel really fortunate that we have lived all of this life together.
We've been together for like half of our lives.
Half of our
It's
lives,
crazy,
basically.
right? Why FIRE and what is FIRE? Well, it stands for Financial Independence, Retire Early. Ever since we met, we always questioned things, especially whether we wanted to live the way that everyone else was living. We really wanted to have control over our lives and our decisions. We wanted to live life on our terms.
Yeah. Our careers were high stress. We had to make life and death decisions, and that's not easy. We also worked nights, weekends, and holidays. And that we did it for many years.
Many years, yeah.
It was not uncommon for us to celebrate our anniversaries or holidays on some random Tuesday, when we finally had a day off.
Another thing we recognize is that we also worked with a lot of older coworkers who seemed exhausted and they seemed unhappy. These people struggled to just keep doing the job that they had done for 20 plus years, but they just couldn't afford to stop doing it. We knew we didn't want that to be us.
Then the pandemic happened. Working in a hospital, I saw firsthand the toll that COVID took on patients, families, and the healthcare staff. That really solidified things for us. We didn't want to wait until it was too late to go and do the things that we wanted to do.
How did we retire early? Well, we were always aggressive savers and investors, even before we knew what FIRE was. We just knew that there had to be a better way and that we didn't want to work forever. We didn't know how to make it happen. We just always looked for ways to save money. We did our own yard work and our own housework. At one point, I told Karen I wanted to cancel cable, so I bought an antenna for the house. Mm-hmm. We never bought new cars. We always bought used and did auto repairs ourselves when we could, or had friends help out. We would always buy groceries in bulk or use coupons, even when we didn't have to. So there were ways to save money, and we would just invest that extra money.
Now, there's also one major factor, and that is that we chose not to have children. It's a big decision, but this decision has obviously significantly reduced our expenses as well. We discovered FIRE in our late 30s. And when we did, we realized that we were well on our way to financial independence. So that was actually really great. Yeah. Now, when this happened, most of our savings were in our retirement accounts from work. So we knew that this money couldn't be accessed early. So at that point, we opened brokerage accounts to ensure that we have money that could be accessed before the 59 and a half. At one point, we were saving close to 75% of our income.
Now, we keep our investments really, really simple. just broad market index funds. So there's nothing complicated, no stock picking, no like risky strategies. There's really no secret trick. We just saved and invested consistently for over 20 years. We truly believe that investing in our early 20s has made the biggest difference and has helped us achieve financial independence. Why did we choose slow travel? When we were working, we took our vacations in 2-week blocks, and we always loved traveling. There was always a trip or two planned in the works. But those trips were so busy. They had packed itineraries, long lists of things to do and see, leaving early in the morning, getting back late at night, giving up on sleep so we could see and do things. By the time we got back home to Miami, we were exhausted and we needed another vacation.
And I seem to always get sick. I would get a cold every time. And I guess it's probably from just nonstop running around in these vacations. Now, we still love these vacations. I mean, and they were very memorable, but it made us wonder, what would it feel like to spend months somewhere, instead of rushing through in 2 weeks?
Yeah. So that's where slow travel entered the chat. And that idea became our goal for retirement. And now that we've been slow traveling for a few years, I can say that we absolutely love it. What's great about it is that we get to experience places as tourists, but also live like locals. It really does feel like the best of both worlds.
We get a more immersive experience, a better sense of how people actually live, and we can keep our healthy lifestyles because we go to the gym and we cook most of our meals, so we really like that. We feel like that balance has been really, really good for us. How do we fund our slow travel lifestyle? Well, Nick's fire department job had a huge advantage, and that was a 457B plan.
This type of retirement plan allows penalty-free access once you leave the job, even if you're under 59 and a half. So this retirement plan gave us flexibility in bridging the gap to fund our early retirement. Also, we sold our home, and when we did so, we invested the equity into a fund that generates income. So right now, we only use those two accounts to fund our slow travel lifestyle. This combination covers everything we do, everywhere we go, with a very minimal drawdown. And we also hold a small amount of cruise line stocks, but those are for the shareholder perks for when we take cruises.
Just one note about fire. We're actually glad that we didn't discover it in our 20s, that we discovered it in our late 30s, because we feel that we got to really enjoy our 20s. We enjoyed life, we traveled, we had all kinds of experiences, we spent money on things that we wanted. Looking back, we don't feel like we missed out on much. We had a lot of fun. We did some partying in our 20s. We made mistakes and we spent money on things that probably we shouldn't have. I mean, it's just that we didn't have to worry about the goal of retirement at such a young age. So we feel like we got to really have fun in our 20s, and then in our late 30s, that's when we honed in on all of the investments and all the savings to accomplish, early retirement.
Exactly.
What do our lives look like now? Our typical day, honestly, isn't that exciting. Slow mornings with our coffee. You guys know we love our coffee. And then we go to the gym, almost every day. Yeah. We cook most of our meals at home. We do go out to eat a random lunch or dinner here and there, maybe 2 to 3 times a week.
Of course, we work on these YouTube videos, but we do it when we feel inspired or when we have content to catch up on, like this one. But we never choose YouTube over actually experiencing the place. That always comes first for us. YouTube has been a great creative outlet for both of us, and we're actually really enjoying it.
We're also both trying to learn a new language, so we spend some time during our day, studying a new language when we, most days. And every now and then we do head out and do things too in the cities that we're in, but nothing rushed. Now, this lifestyle is not perfect. There are challenges pretty much every day. Being in a foreign place where you don't fully understand the language, where you don't understand the cultural norms, it can be tough. constantly translating things and converting currencies can get exhausting as well.
And the Airbnbs, they're never perfect. There seems to always be something. Either the couch is uncomfortable, knives are rarely ever sharp, silverware and utensils, they can be like mix and match. The hot water doesn't stay hot, like our current situation. Street noise wakes you up, some barking dogs. So earplugs are a must, and that's not always that comfortable to wear them.
Yeah.
And the beds, they're either too soft or too hard. You're just constantly reminded that this isn't really your home.
You know, being away from friends and family is also hard, especially when you miss out on the birthdays and holidays.
Yeah.
And sometimes it can feel a little lonely, but of course we have each other, which is great, you know? And we've have found ways around this as well, like joining meetup groups, some Facebook groups where we get to connect with other travelers.
Yeah.
So that's been helpful.
Yeah, it's really cool to meet up with other travelers from around the world.
Yeah. Now, healthcare is another challenge. You know, even though it is often affordable and accessible, you still have to navigate a system that's unfamiliar to you, you know, and with a language barrier most of the time.
Yeah.
So for us, it hasn't been too difficult, but we recognize that it could be more complicated for others that have, you know, more complex needs.
All of these reasons is also why we know that this lifestyle is definitely not forever. Right now in our 40s, we can easily adapt and we love the adventure. But eventually we do see ourselves settling down and having a home base again somewhere. Why did we start this YouTube channel? Honestly, at first, the reasons were a little selfish. We actually wanted to document all of these experiences so that someday we can look back on them together, and we want to be those old
Relive
people.
the experience.
Yeah, we want to be the old people with stories to tell, not the ones that wonder, what if, you know? So, but we also learn so much from other creators, and we do want to give back in the same way. Even if we can help and inspire just a few people to go and explore the world, then it's been worth it.
On this channel, we live in each place for about 2 to 3 months.
Yeah.
We join gyms, we grocery shop, we find our favorite cafes and restaurants. We settle into daily life. You know, no rush. We do some tourist things, but again, in small bites. We just take it pretty easy. And we like to also share detailed cost breakdowns so people can see what this lifestyle actually costs. The truth is, it's really more affordable than most people think.
It really is. It's surprising every time we do the numbers. Yeah. So there you go. That's our story. Nothing flashy, no shortcuts, just humble beginnings, a lot of consistency, a lot of love, and a decision early on that we didn't want to wait until later in life to start living the lives that we wanted to.
If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, leave a comment down below, subscribe to our channel for more of our travel adventures,
and slow travel with us.
Bye.